Hello everybody. Nice to join my talk. Eclipse Setup can be that easy. So my name is Frederik Ebelshäuser. Call me Frederik. I'm the project lead of Profiles for Eclipse. I'm also a committer for Oomph, and today I brought my colleague with me, Andy. we played a small game in the middle of the presentation, so don't wonder. I'm working for Yatta. We are a company located in Germany. So we have 2 offices there in Frankfurt and in Kassel. And we are a tool vendor. At the end, we build tools for Eclipse, on Eclipse, with Eclipse, everything with Eclipse. So our main tool is just an UML round-trip engineering tool. But so just to have, it's not that what I want to tell you about, just that you know what we are doing if you're not staying here and talking about profiles for Eclipse. There are some of our customers, but let's start with the profiles presentation. What you all know is that profiles have a bunch of Eclipse can have a bunch of plugins. Let's say at the marketplace, for now there are about 1,700 or 1,800 plugins, and that's only in the marketplace, and all over the private update sites or plugins that are not listed in the marketplace. It's a huge bunch of plugins. To install that takes time, and because to install that you have to know your requirements, and they are different from project to project. So let's say you are a front-end developer, but do also back-end stuff. You don't need all your front-end stuff in the back-end profile, and you don't need the back-end stuff in other projects. So every time you're starting to developing, it's a bit annoying to do that every time, to set up your Eclipse with the plugins and the workspace and so on. I try to describe it a little bit how to start a project. Well, let's say I'm a consultant for a project, and if I start working on a project, I ask myself the question how to start a project, what I have to do. I try to describe it here. So what do I need? And I check at Google, check at the marketplace, check at some outdated wiki, and at the end it's not very funny to start a project, to read a lot of outdated documentation and ask colleagues, where is that repository, how do I configure that, and how do I configure the other stuff. And what I have to do is, and at one point my colleagues that I have to ask are not that friendly, because I have to ask all the day, and to annoy that, to avoid that, we build profiles for Eclipse. So, and to make it more physical, what we are doing, so we start to play the game, and I am the new consultant on the new project, and Andy over there is my project lead. And if I join his project, I ask him, hey Andy, what I have to do? I don't know what I have to do, and I don't want to Google all this stuff.
Yeah, hi Frederik. First of all, welcome to our team. I just tweeted your profile, and the only thing you have to do is just call this profile URL and click on install this profile. Maybe you try it out now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's check what Twitter says to me. And there is something. Actually, okay. Let's take this one. Well, what we see here is there is a profile that's called the profile. At the end, there is a landing page for profile, and that profile, in that case, Andy sent it me via Twitter, contains some Git repositories, some SVN repositories, and some plugins for that case to developing. So we see a lot of subversive connectors and a little bit side bugs, and let's try to install the profile. And if we now pull the trigger to install the profile, we see that something happened, and there's some blinking over there. And now we have downloaded a small application for For the operation system, it's about 1.5 megabyte big, so very tiny application, which is integrated into Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. And what we see here is now that we can set some path to Eclipse, some path to Workspace, and give some description. And let's do it. Yeah, for me it's okay to install it to that location and to that workspace, and give it a new name and a new icon. We even can describe it a little bit, but yeah. So now if we pull the trigger, the install trigger for that, the installation started immediately. So it's very interactive. It's over the internet, over the net. I hope it's working fast enough to don't be too boring. So I hope now it started. So I think everything is fine, because at the background there are working some caching mechanisms like bundle pooling and like offline caching. So you may wonder if you heard about already about Oomph. So I said before, I'm committer at Oomph, and that's bundle pooling is from Oomph, but we're using it for that, and you see it's very fast on that point. So we installed a full-fledged profile with all the plugins under 1 minute. And now the profile is starting, the Eclipse is starting, and the second phase begin to run. So phase 1 was the installation of the profile, of the Eclipse profile, and now we setting up the workspace. So you can read it, it's just almost done, and you have to wait just a couple of seconds. That is because we have to check out all the repositories and have to import the projects into the workspace. And you see that switch now. Now our profile is ready. And well, if we have a look at the workspace, so there is 2 projects inside. And to ensure that I'm not cheating, I open the repository view. So you see there is some Git repository inside, and we can even synchronize it to the editor if we open here. So say open the Hello World example and synchronize it with that, jump inside, so it's we get checked out there, and it's important, and we can now starting work on our Git project. And if we do that for SVN, we see that we have the SVN repository over there. So even the SVN repository getting imported, and the project from the SVN repository is imported too. So the workspace is there, and to have a look at the plugins we installed, you see all the plugins from the web page before are now available here. So I have my own tailor-made Eclipse now to work with. So no problems, no delay. That's a really good start for me in the project, and Andy could be lucky that I'm ready directly. Well, so at the end, I have that Eclipse, so a very customized Eclipse. I don't have to use the package, so let's say the JE package for that, because I don't want to use Myelin, and I have my customized Eclipse very fast, because it has only the necessary plugins and the necessary preferences set it up, and I can use it directly just by getting an email or a link via Twitter or something else and installing it. And you may wonder how to create a profile. Just what I have to do is I already talked about Oomph. For sure, you can create it manually with Oomph. So, did anyone use Oomph before? Oomph before of you? Oh, okay. Then you know that view. That's this table view. You can edit your tasks manually. Say, okay, that project import for some project, edit to that, use that target platform, and you can do it manually. But it already it costs time. So and you don't want, some of us are not that fancy enough to do it. That's the reason we built the automatically detection for your profile. So we can say it's a top-down mechanism. You create your Eclipse like you do it before. It's that you install all your plugins in your Eclipse. You update, you import your projects. You're adding your repositories, change your preferences, and then you can use the profiles button to create it very quickly and automatically a profile. To how that works, I will show in a second. So to introduce it, there are two ways to work with profiles. First of all, there is just a plugin from the marketplace or from some update site you can install in your profile. Then the metadata get exported and you can use it with profiles. Well, I'll just show you that live. Well, let's say we start with Eclipse very normal. That's my normal Eclipse SR1. It may take a while. Yeah, choose my workspace from there. And there I have some projects inside, and pretty much the same profile we installed before, but in that case without plugins. And now we can switch to the Eclipse marketplace, searching for Yatta and for the Yatta plugin, and install it there. So you see, that's the plugin you can install. I already installed it. What I have to do now, the only thing is I just want to share my profile. I will do that via email. And now you see there the profile gets exported, and there is the email client which is opened, and URL is created. And if we call that URL now, we see that my Eclipse Europe profile was created. And if you now go to our website, profiles.yatta.de, you can search for that profile and install it on your PC to prove that it works. Other way to create a profile is you saw the launcher before. I told you that's an app that integrates into the operating system. And what the launcher do is, if you start the launcher the first time, he checks the registry, which Eclipse installations and Workspace installations you have on your PC, and bundle that there. So you can even use that as a launcher to start your Eclipse. And if you start the Eclipse with the launcher, you are able to create a profile with the started Eclipse from the launcher without installing any further plugin. So let's try that. And for example, on my PC there is a smart home profile, some platform development, and some more ECE example, etc., etc. And if we start it now, let's start it. It's just can also be used as to start Eclipse, but the more powerful feature is we can use that also to share it. So let's update the smart home profile. You may know smart home. It's behind you on the IoT booth. And if we upload it now, so you see we created now a full-fledged smart home profile within a couple of seconds. And if you want you can download it and you you have your smart home development environment within a couple of minutes. To sum that up, so what we get is an automatic detection of versions that plug in task repositories, projects, and almost every repository get automatically checked, like SVN, CVS, Git, and so on and so on. If you have a repository or a resource code stuff, you can map to the team synchronization view. You can use it with that without any problem. Yeah, and some first steps are just set up your Eclipse IDE, like you know it like you know it. Describe it, create your profile automatically, and upload it, and that's it. So it's very easy, I think. And I told you a lot about creating the profile, loading it up, or installing it. There is something more, like an update mechanism. So as Andy sent me the profile, I'm able to apply apply updates or send updates if I have to change anything. Let's say I'm the owner of my profile. I created the profile and send it to a team of 200 customers, and then I check I forgot some repository to add. Then I don't have to send them any file or any zip file anymore, because we built something that detects that update automatically again. And you can decide if you push that update to your followers, the guys who install your profile, or or you don't. So let's play the game again. So
I'm sorry, Frederik, but I forgot to add a repository to the profile. So I just updated the profile, and maybe you can pull an update, please.
Yeah. So let's see how that works. Yeah. We go back to our launcher now, and we see we have that is the profile we installed before on the very first place, and that there is an incoming update you see on that arrow. So now you can update the profile, and actually I don't know what Andy did, so let's just apply the update and see what happens. Okay, because the update is applied to the workspace, obviously we have to start the Eclipse. So because the Eclipse is already started, we have to open it. So, and that was very fast actually. It worked out very fast. So you saw before that I have two projects, like some collection project and something from GitHub. Now there is some top-level working area there, and if we check out there, so there are more projects inside, and obviously he deleted the old projects and added some new projects also from GitHub. And if we check the repository view, there are two repositories inside. In the Git repository, only one in the SVN repository. So I guess Andy, you forgot to add some repository to the view.
Is that right?
So yeah, as you see, you can roll out your update very lightweight. In fact, faster than I expected, because I want to show you that usually there is some loading mechanism inside that you will see how it works. So yeah, to sum it up again, just set up, describe it, upload it, send it to your followers, and all your followers just get the link, download it, install it, and that works the same with the update mechanism. So it's a lightweight cycle to work with. I presented you the components. There are a profile page, the landing page, which describes the profile, which have some more information. You can describe it with more information, and you can download it and use the launcher to manage your profiles actually, or your Eclipse installations, to describe it from there and to share it from there and apply updates or upload updates. And inside the profile stack, you can do the same and manage your profiles instance inside Eclipse, and then do a lot of guys of that. So I spoke before with my developer, so we have I have to announce 2 new features that will come very quickly to profiles. So since now we can even detect target platforms, so even if you set the target platform to your Eclipse, I think most of us are developer for Eclipse, so target platform is a very common thing. It will detect it automatically, and you can share your target platform with that. And the brand new feature I will show you is the sharing of layout. So do everyone know what I mean with Eclipse layout? So if not, I will show you. So with Eclipse layout, I mean, so the size and the place of the package view. For example, there's a Java doc there, and I want my declaration there, the task is there, so I think it's clear what I mean. And let's say I installed that profile, my colleagues sent it to me. Let's play around a bit with the layout. Now we have a big company, and everyone should use the same layout, or I prefer one layout that I set up in my personal settings. Now I can say just pull some button and apply my layout. So the initial layout of that profile of that Eclipse was very confusing, but I think it's good to demonstrate what happened. So you can restore your whole Eclipse layout, and even with some content inside. In this example, there are some values at the at the expressions view, but also if imagine you set some breakpoints or something else. That's everything you can share with it. So might be useful for pair programming, or if you like to work on a particular layout, you just can restore your own personal layout with that mechanism. And to go say more details about profiles, what it is. So someone is maybe afraid what he is uploading to the cloud. At the end, it's just metadata. So we don't upload any code or anything else. This is just the description for the code. So for the repository, we just check which URL have the repository and which projects come from the repository, and plug in even the plugin feature names that we can detect. So I prepared a little piece of it. I want to show it because I get asked very often if we even upload username or password then. So in the end, it looks like that. So if there is a username or a password, we delete the username and the password and replace it with some variables. So if you install your profile then and there was a password inside, there came a pop-up, you can enter your credentials then and install it afterwards. Speaking about repositories at the end, that's how the repository gets stored. So it's just metadata, and I know there are concerns about private sharing and enterprise hosting. So to be clear, that get uploaded to some cloud server. We are working right now on a private hosting that you can say only the profile is only available for a couple of accounts or groups that we will release in 1 or 2 weeks. And yeah, someone asked for enterprise sharing, so that the server is hosted in the enterprise. Yeah, sure, that's possible, but that it's something we are talking with other guys to cooperate with that. Yeah, but don't be afraid to use it on the cloud, because if you have some confidential data, nothing is stored on the server than the metadata, so basically nothing can happen. Well, at the end, I think I was very quick. Start coding. You could create software with profiles, and I hope you can save a lot of time with it. Thank you. So, any questions?
Can I inherit between profiles? This means if there is another project team that needs the same IDE configuration as mine, plus two more plugins, can I inherit those profiles?
Yeah, you can. That's the profile, the update mechanism. You can say you use that the smaller profile, and that's the parent of the bigger profile. And if you change something on the smaller profile, you can update that changes to the child, and that's no problem. Further questions?
Will it also work for RCPs?
Sure. Yeah. At the end, RCP is a couple of plugins bundled with a nice splash screen and some additional features. But as long you can use the plugins for that, it's completely no problem.
Completely understand it. So all profiles are public or not?
Right now, all profiles are public. It's I will show you. So it's hosted at our site called there it is. So yeah, that's the list. All plugins are all profiles are listed right now, and if you search there, you can find your profiles. But as I said before, yeah, we are working on a private sharing mechanism. It's basically right now it's more the UI issue to allow the people which accounts have access to the profile or not. Any more?
When I create a profile, can I exclude specific things from this profile? For example, the repository path or the perspective layouting stuff you mentioned?
Right now the layout stuff isn't inside right now, that's just a prototype, but to exclude repositories or anything else, yeah, we are just working on it, that you have a list of checkboxes, and then you can uncheck that, but it's not deployed yet. That will be, I don't know, available in the next month or two. So, if there are no other questions?